So, hello students, we have completed in my first video, we have completed till line number 15 and I was giving you the explanation of the poem Birches. I have discussed the theme, the other literary devices which are used in the poem, and we were somewhere here and they seem not to break. The poetist, यहाँ पे they जो है, it is referred to the branches of the birch tree. So the poet says that though once they are bowed so low for long, they never right themselves. जहाँ जहाँ पे भी pronoun they use हो रहा है, it is used for the branch of the birch tree. So poet says, with the burden of the ice, birches are bowed very low to the level of the dry fern on the ground. Withered bracken जो आपने पहले पढ़ा था, they are referred to the dried up fern. And then he says, you may see their trunks arching in the woods, years afterwards trailing their leaves on the ground like girls on hands and knees that throw their hair before them over their heads to dry in the sun. So line number 17 to 20 is very, very important because poet has beautifully used the image of, with the help of simile. So the poet says, the trunks of the tree, they trail on the ground like the girls sitting on their hands and knees, spreading their hair over their heads to dry in the sun. So the poet is comparing the way the branches they are spread on the ground, just like the girl who is sitting under the sun in order to dry her hair. And how is she sitting? She is sitting on hands and knees and she is throwing her hair before them over their heads so that it can dry. So it's a beautiful image where the poet says that the trailing of leaves by the birches reminds him of the girls on their knees spreading their hair over their heads to dry them. तो क्योंकि लाइक का यूज़ हो रहा है इसलिए लाइन नंबर 19 में सिमिली का ब्यूटीफुल यूज़ पोएट ने किया है. But I was going to say, when truth broke in with all her matter of fact about the ice storm, I should prefer to have some boy bend them as he went out and in to fetch the cows. Now the poet is again changing his fancy. And he says that the birches have been bent down by the ice, disturbed. So it disturbs his imagination, it disturbs his fancy. पोएट जो है वो वापस से अपनी फैंसी को चेंज कर रहा है और वो बोल रहा है कि आई कैन कन्फर्म द फैक्ट दैट दिस इज़ नॉट द जॉब ऑफ आइस स्टॉर्म. इन फैक्ट इट इज़ द जॉब ऑफ सम बॉय एज ही वेंट आउट इन टू फेच द काउज. तो जो विलेज बॉयज़ होते हैं वो अक्सर फॉरेस्ट में आते हैं अपने काउज़ को फेच करने के लिए. तो ये आइस स्टॉर्म्स का काम नहीं लग रहा है, ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये बर्चेस जो बेंट हैं तो वो रीज़न बॉयज़ ही हैं जो आते हैं अपने काउस को लेकर के बर्च के फॉरेस्ट में. सम बॉय टू फार फ्रॉम टाउन टू लर्न बेसबॉल. सो डेफिनेटली द पोएट इज़ इमेजिनिंग दैट द विलेज बॉयज़ दे मस्ट हैव brought their cows into the forest and some boys must have come in order to learn a very popular game of urban areas which is called as baseball. तो वहाँ पे बेसबॉल बहुत कॉमन है और बॉयज़ आते हैं फॉरेस्ट में बेसबॉल की प्रैक्टिस करने. हुज ओनली प्ले वॉज वॉट ही फाउंड हिमसेल्फ समर और विंटर एंड कुड प्ले अलोन. सो बेसबॉल वॉज अ काइंड ऑफ अ गेम विच द अर्बन बॉयज़, द विलेज बॉयज़, दे यूज टू enjoy in the forest on the grounds, and that is the reason why the birch trees they are bent down and the boys they must also be swinging on the birch. तो पोइट जो है वो अपने इमेजिनेशन, अपने फैंसी को खुद ही चेंज कर रहा है. ऑल राइट, सो हेयर दिस क्लोज एनालिसिस ऑफ द बॉयज स्किल एज वी लर्न लेटर रिवील्स दैट द स्पीकर हिमसेल्फ हैड बीन द स्विंगर ऑफ द बर्चेज इन हिज बॉयहुड. जिस तरह से पोइट अपनी फैंसी को चेंज कर रहा है और वो ये बता रहा है कि ये जो बर्च ट्री का जो फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है या जिस तरह से वो बेंट है, it must be the work of village boys because they come to the forest in order to play the baseball in all the seasons, summer or winter, because this is the game which he could play alone, and swinging also he can do alone. तो ये आप याद रखिएगा. द पोएट माइंड टेंड्स टू इग्नोर द रियलिटी ऑफ द आइस स्टॉर्म बोइंग डाउन birches again and again. So in the beginning you have noticed that the poet has changed his fancy. Earlier he thought that it must be done by boys swinging, then later he says that it must have been done by the ice storms. Then again he changes his fancy and he says that it is the work of some boys, because the village boys, they come in order to play baseball. Okay, so one by one he subdued his father's trees. Subdued means bent down. He refers to the village boy. Father's trees का मतलब यहाँ पे है owned by father. तो बहुत से फॉरेस्ट होते थे जो विलेज एरियाज में जो फैमिलीज होती थी उनके खुद के होते थे. सो चिल्ड्रन दे यूज टू कम इन ऑर्डर टू प्ले. तो पोएट का इमेजिनेशन यही है दैट द बॉयज मस्ट हैव कम एंड दे मस्ट हैव बीन स्विंगिंग ऑन द बर्च, and that is the reason why the branches they have bent down. By riding them down over and over again until he took the stiffness out of them. Stiffness means hardness. तो जब बॉयज उस पर स्विंग करते हैं एंड दिस फिनोमिना कंटिन्यूज अगेन एंड अगेन, तो ऑब्वियसली द हार्डनेस ऑफ द ब्रांच विल बी रिमूव्ड, इट विल बिकम फ्लेक्सिबल, it will turn down to the ground, and not one but hung limp and not one was left. Not even the single branch of the tree was left firm, and not even a single tree was left by the boy to swing on it for him to conquer. ये जो line है, देखिए ये जो phrase है वो बहुत important है, because in these lines the poet returns to the theme of conquest of nature. तो जो विलेज बॉय है वो पोएट खुद अपने आप को भी इमेजिन कर रहा है, रिलेट कर रहा है उससे, एंड द वे ही हैज़ swung on all the branches and has removed the firmness of the branch, it returns to the theme of conquest of nature. The boy's conquest of the tree is compared to the victory of poet's imagination over the real world. So these things you have to note down. That is why the poet is considered as metaphorical in nature. He learned all there was to learn about not launching out too soon and not so carrying the tree away clear to the ground. So the speaker goes on with the image of the boy swinger of the birches. The boy used to climb the top branches with as much as care as you take while filling up, ठीक है, a cup. And then he says that he reaches to the topmost part of the tree, and then again he comes to the ground. He always kept his poise means balance, to the top branches, climbing carefully. So while swinging on the birch tree, जो boy है उसका जो intention है, जो purpose है वो क्या है, he wants to reach on top of the branch, and for that reason he has to be very very careful. ठीक है. These lines, they gives the description of the boy's technique of climbing trees, the way you utilize variety of hard work and your tact and skill, talent in order to face the hardships of the life. Similarly, this boy is climbing the tree very carefully. He is keeping his balance. With the same pains you used to fill a cup up with the brim and even above the brim. और ये यहाँ पे पोइट जो है वो मेटाफर यूज कर रहा है और कंपैरिजन हो रहा है, लेकिन कैसे हो रहा है, पोइट बोल रहा है द स्पीकर गोज ऑन विद हिज इमेज ऑफ द बॉय स्विंगर ऑफ द बर्चेस. द बॉय यूज टू क्लाइंब द टॉप ब्रांचेस विद एज मच केयर एज यू टेक वाइल फिलिंग अप अ कप टू इट्स ब्रिम और इवन अबव द ब्रिम. ठीक है, तो जो चाइल्ड है, जो बॉय है, वो उस तरह से क्लाइंब कर रहा है और इतने केयरफुली क्लाइंब कर रहा है जितना आप एक कप को फिलअप करने में करते हैं, और फिर उसके बाद ये ध्यान रखते हैं कि उसके एज तक जो ड्रिंक है वो आ जाए, लेकिन वो ओवरफ्लो ना हो. ऑलराइट, तो ये बात को आपको नोटिस करना है इसमें कि किस तरह से कंपैरिजन पोएट ने यूज़ किया है. देन ही फ्लंग आउटवर्ड फीट फर्स्ट विद अ स्विश. Swish is a swing with hissing sound. ठीक है, so he throws his feet in order to touch the ground, kicking his way down through the air to the ground so that he can reach finally to the ground. तो poet का जो इंटेंशन है वो बॉय की इमेज को यूज़ करके वो बोल रहा है कि ही वॉन्ट्स टू रीच ऑन टॉप ऑफ द ट्री बट ही डजेंट वॉन्ट टू स्टे देयर. उसको एक टेम्परेरी रिलैक्स चाहिए एंड आफ्टर दैट ही वॉन्ट्स टू कम बैक टू द ग्राउंड. सो वॉज आई वंस माई सेल्फ अ स्विंगर ऑफ द बर्च. See, this line is important, line number 41, because the poet imagines himself to be the swinger on the birch. So the poet can easily relate with the boy who is swinging. So we have completed till line number 41.